everyone. All right, we're here. This is a new segment. I wanted to call it Garbage Time, but that's already a show. So this is now called Dumpster Talk. And our first interview is with the owner of Peekaboo Crew, Ryan Kelly. Ryan, you are the first interview. I'm going to start off with a couple easy questions. First of all, what are we drinking tonight? This is a fine bourbon.
This is a Weller 12. It's very nice. Just got to the state. Always good. Hoping to do the video a little later at night, but early bedtime and everything.
Some smooth stuff this year. So start off with some football questions. Ryan, what is your strategy? We have moved to a 14-team half-point PPR this year. How have you adjusted for this new league?
I've been complaining a lot more, I think. I don't like having no bench. And, some of the teams are just pretty horrible because they don't have a lot of players. Myself, I like to play wide receivers. So I'm drafting wide receivers. Not working out well for me. Running back strategy, been looking pretty good this year. I think Colin's team in particular with the running backs really shines.
Great. Now, your first two picks, it says here, were Dez and Cam Newton. How's that been affecting you?
I think it's going to work out in the long run. I'm still hopeful. They won't be traded.
Speaking of trades, your team is notorious for always trying to trade. Do you have any trades in sight this year? Are you having trouble trading in this league?
So my goal every year is to make one trade with each team in the league. Some teams are more receptive to that and some teams aren't. I'm going to call out 2 Live Jew in particular for being very difficult to trade with.
2 Live Jew, always a difficult one. Now, your team, every year, you set the record for most transactions in the Reign of Terror. What's your strategy for that? Would you say that you are picky, or would you say that perhaps you're indecisive about players?
I really like to churn through my bench and want to keep some guys with some upside. So that might change from week to week. And even this year, I think I picked up Anquan Bolden 3 or 4 times, just based on the news of whether my other wide receiver was playing that day or not. But I think it gives you an advantage over the teams who are not making transactions. Now,
what do you think about the allegations from the owner of Big Daddy Yak, who's now like the 20-pound turd or something, I don't know what he is, that you were dropping players to waivers to keep people from picking them up?
So I think if you're talking about the 40-pound colon, which I don't get that reference, but that team owner is a little aggressive. I'm surprised he even got let back in the league. And all I have to say to him is that I played Jack Doyle.
He played Jack Doyle. There we have it, folks. Also, this year, you won the consolation bracket this year, and you were able to name Mark's team whatever you wanted. What made you choose the Cheating Toms and why?
So, Cheating Toms is obviously a reference to Tom Brady being a huge cheater. And Mark loving that Tom Brady is a huge cheater, but I kind of wanted to keep it PG, seeing as I have some relations in the league as well.
That's true. There are now 3 Kellys in this year, which brings me to my next question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is not a sandwich.
Why is that?
A hot dog only has one topping in the bun, and then everything else goes on the outside.
Gotcha. Who would win in a fight, 100 trillion lions or the sun?
Wow, that's a really tough question. I didn't get that one before, the conversation tonight, so I might need some time to think about it.
We'll let you think about that. Now, if you had to pick a team to win Reign of Terror this year as of week 4 and a team to come in last place, what team would you pick for first and what team would you pick for worst?
I think for first, I gotta pick the Dingleberries. I think they're a strong squad. They're always a strong squad. And as far as who's coming in last, that's probably 2 Live Jew.
Thank you for your time, Peekaboo Crew. We'll be back with more interviews in the upcoming weeks. If you want to interview, let me